Greetings, solar star family of the 144, fully activated, fully encoded with the crystalline 5D cosmic conscious codes through the 12-strand DNA of 144. We had another powerful night, these full moon energies coming in, many very vivid and intense dreams. I was on a powerful mission last night through the higher dimensions that at one point it was so intense that the divine feminine gold dragon of our lineage came in to assist me, which is very rare. So with these full coding energies, we have a lot of decoding, decloaking with the higher dimensional energies of our star families, along with the encoding of the higher dimensional codes of the 144, the 12 by 12. So again, 1212 coming into the field today, into consciousness, into our awareness. Many codes. We had 37, 73, 711 just came in. Also 99, which is very symbolic in many of the ancient spiritual traditions and shamanic arts. After a day of somewhat quiet on the Schumann, we had a 34 hertz spike today, which again, it looked like another, if you look at the Schumann charts, like a face, a higher dimensional portrait in the charts. Along with these higher energies, we also had 143 earthquakes after the previous 24 hours of 144. So there's that one difference of M1.5 or greater. And these, in the last 24 hours, all over the grid, multiple threes, 3-3, again, the 33 in Puerto Rico. Greece again had multiple. In Crete, the sacred stargate of a 4-5 and a 4-7, 47, and a 4-8. These were all in Greece and Crete. Indonesia had a 5-1. In Tanzania, Africa, 4-1. Idaho also had multiple earthquakes again today, 3.0, 3.2. Quebec, 3.9. And right in the heart of Lemuria, in Hawaii, 3.1, and 2 hours ago in Chile, South America, in the sacred Andes Mountains, a 4.6. And also China, the largest today was a 5.3 in China, close to our beloved Kunlun Mountains. In Xinjiang, Jishichu, and in Peru earlier today, a 4.6. Also in sacred Andes Mountains. After today's transmissions, I'll tell you a little story about why the Andes Mountains are so powerful and sacred, connecting with the divine feminine and the shifting of the kundalini of the earth after World War II. And one of the reasons that many of the Eastern masters of the Buddhist, Taoist, Hindu came to the West after World War II to transmit their ancient traditions. Also the birth of Tolku, reincarnated bodhisattva in the States. We'll tell you a few stories at the end. We will get started with today's transmissions from Divine Sister Laura Pleiadian, living in all worlds at once. No distance, no time, it is all here now. Before arriving I was sent. Faster than the speed of light I was here. No distance and no time exists in the union consciousness. That union consciousness is the ascension earthlings say they desire. It is a letting go of all preconceived ideas and concepts of how things should be now. It is a surrender to now and to the heart. When you are present, you know there is no distance to anything. There is no past and no future. It all exists now. In front of me is Mu. In front of me is Atlantis. It is all now. The new earth is now. Beloved love is now. Your awakening is now. And there is your current breath. And it's all now. Accessing all parallel worlds is now. Accessing all existences is now. There is no distance. There is no time. It is already all here now. Enter your heart. Feel the activation of this, the bridge to your full union. It is all you desire eternally to know and be, your divine self, your eternal original light, your eternal form, your eternal love. This is the heaven on earth that all desire, activating you now with the divine council of overseers, always present and in many universes, all now through love. Laura Pleiadian from the newdivinehumanity.com, and today channeled from James McConnell, Sananda, continue to trust in the plan. I am Sananda. I am here at this time and in these moments to continue this awakening process with all of you, to continue to guide you, assist you wherever that is possible. You all have a saying, the times they are a-changing, and these times are certainly about that. It's all about change. It is about awakening. It is about remembering who you are. But not only you, the Lightworkers and warriors, but the collective consciousness as well must come along. And you are the way showers to bring this about. But you can only do so much. You can only do what you are able to do in the moment. Do not feel in any way if you are not making a dent, if you are not making a difference. Do not condemn yourself for this, for you must awaken first, and then assist others in their awakening as they are ready to do so. But as you are finding out, not all are ready at this time. Not all come to understand what you have come to understand. So many are still continuing to sleep. So many are continuing to be within their slumber and have been for many, many lifetimes and continue in this one. But do not fear at all that everything is not going to change, because it is. You are coming out of the storm. The storm is upon you now, and you have been in the eye of the storm. Many of you have been very comfortable there, but the comfort is now leaving for many of you. You are finding that you can no longer be in that storm and be comfortable in it. You must go beyond it now. You must realize that everything is certainly happening for a reason and being orchestrated, and that the plan is continuing to be in the works. Do not despair, as many of you are tending to do now. Many of you find yourselves becoming ensconced again within the three-dimensional illusion at times, but at other times you realize that you can come to your center within you, and you can feel the universal source of your being fully enveloped within you. And in those times you realize that everything is exactly as it needs to be, and you are in the exact place in that moment that you need to be there. So save heart. Have heart, people. Have heart that you are moving ahead exactly as you need to right now. There is nothing to be concerned about, even though it appears that all around you are bringing concern to the picture. All around you are continuing to hold fear. But it is up to you, Lightworkers and warriors, to help to extinguish that fear, to help to raise it to be higher vibrational frequencies within you, and to help them as well to come out of that fear, not in a way that is detrimental to you. We would never suggest to take a chance like that to bring anything to you that is not for your better and highest good, but that know that you are working for your highest good and for the highest good of all around you, that you have everyone's best interest in mind. So continue to trust in the plan, because it is exactly the plan that you have been a part of, creating for many thousands of years. And that plan is coming to a culmination now. It is not far off at all, where you will find salvation, and all around you will find that salvation as well. You will find your freedom, because freedom is what your destiny is, what your right is. Freedom to be whoever you are, freedom to reach to the very stars above you, freedom to become the highest good within you that you can be in the moment. It is your birthright, it is your destiny, it is the plan. I am Sananda, and I leave you now in peace and love and harmony and joy, and ask you each now to continue to reach out to your brother and sister, to reach out and bring them the light whenever they ask for it. Aho. And from Divine Sister Elizabeth Peru, right now, you might be feeling a little complacent, yet you know that something big is coming. Have you felt your ability to manifest increase? There's a definite shift underway, and it's been building steadily since the Buddha full moon. People are being asked to own their power and not throw it about the old 3D way. Self-mastery is called for, and there's a definite cosmic reason for this. This weekend holds such grand potential for a life-changing shift, and it's all in your hands. You see, you could decide right now to take definitive actions that will shift you away from any complacency that you feel directly towards a path of vibrancy. If ever the cosmic cards were stacked in your favor for self-development, it's now. From ElizabethPeru.com. And from the heart of Buddhism, to be a kind person. From Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche. At night it is good to examine what you have thought and done during the day, and to confess your faults and unconsidered actions and repair them. Tell yourself that, having encountered a teacher and received his instructions, you know better than to behave in that way. As for your positive actions, dedicate the merit to all beings, and vow to improve on them the following day. From Dilgo Rinpoche. And from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd. From May 9th, today the 9th, through May 14th, 2020, Gene Key 23, The Alchemy of Simplicity, which is complexity, simplicity, quintessence. Think of a person or people you know, or dream of one who has a simple life. Consider the elements of that life that appeal to you, that you're secretly yearning for. Redesign your life over time to fit that kind of image, and be careful of the siren call of modern culture. Play with it, yes. Enjoy its technology and breakthroughs, but be careful not to become a victim of marketing. It wants you to have a complex life. It wants you to spend, and then you end up throwing. Be rebellious, be powerful, be simple. Excerpt from the 64 Ways, and from the I Ching, Gene Key 23, Splitting Apart. Mountain rests on soft earth. The illusion of stability in a world of change crumbles and reveals the golden core. Quintessence is stillness and unity. Simplicity is restrained orientation. Complexity is stressful dislocation. Appreciating receptivity. Superiors therefore strengthen their inferiors to secure the peace and stability of their own position. Learn to love life through your hands. Give time for your hands to shape and express the beauty of your quintessence. Caress life. Release life. Let it slip through your fingers with a smile. Reach out and touch the world around you. Touch the hearts of those around you. Touch the trees. Touch the creatures of our world. Touch your own body. Stroke your wounded heart back to life. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 41, Red Lunar Dragon. Today is a lunar day, the second day of the Yellow Sun wave spell. The second step entails identifying obstacles so you may formulate a plan to overcome them. Dealing with problems and challenges is a fact of life. The better you are facing them, the easier your life will be. Don't curse the challenge, but embrace it. Today is Red Dragon, the day that represents birth, being, and nurturing. These days are all about taking care of yourself and others. These days are also very good for starting new projects or giving birth to a new idea. If you have been overdoing it lately, find your cave and crawl inside. You will emerge feeling much better. Remember, resting is not a waste of time, but vitally important, so you may have more energy and clarity. As it is a number 2 day, you may find it challenging to get the nurturing you need, but if you do, this will greatly help you solve your problems. Have you ever tried to deal with an issue when you are tired and ragged? The problem always seems much bigger when you don't feel up to facing it. Get that rest you need and your problems will become much easier to handle. And from Christina Papagiorgio, Red Lunar Dragon, Kin 41, 9 May 2020, Nurturing Our Dual Aspects. 9/5/2020 equal 954 equal 99 equal 18 equal 9. There's the 99 again. And 999, Destiny, Divine Service Portal. 9, Destiny Service, Compassion, Humanity Endings. 5, Freedom, Change, Transformation. 4, Form, Structure, Foundation. Kin 41 equals 5, Freedom, Liberation. 999, Endings, Code, plus a Red Dragon. Birth, New Beginnings Code, gives us another alpha to omega day. One door closes and another opens. A very transformative day that challenges you to make a fresh start. Red Dragon is the tribe number 1, and Kin 41 commences at the top of the 3rd column of the Tzolk'in. The number 3 represents the Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, communication, and expression. It relates to the solar plexus chakra and rediscovering and claiming our power. All these themes will overlay during the next 20 days. Day 2 in the Yellow Sun wave spell of illuminating our highest evolutionary path to reclaim our soul power and full sovereignty. Today we are challenged to balance the polarity battles between light and dark and ground the light into our physical reality. Tone of creation, Lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. A day filled with questioning how you can transcend duality, using your inner magician through your power of compassion and nurturance. It is time to step out of the duality game and all its possible challenges in order to resolve fears leading you back to wholeness. Polarity reveals your conflicts, struggles, and the apparent separation created by your beliefs in duality. Polarized positions actually work in cooperative alliance. In cooperation, all polarities serve as backgrounds for full appreciation of one another and the whole. Examine the opposites and polarity within yourself. Explore your divine feminine and masculine aspects. Has your feminine aspect been repressed from being receptive to the magic that surrounds you and enchanting others by your true beauty and raw vulnerability? It is real to express your true inner being and allow more receptivity to flow into your life. Do not hide parts of yourself, compartmentalizing fragments of your soul. No longer can we wear the masks of duality. It is time to take off all your masks that you have been hiding behind and be whole again. Bring all that is dark into the light. The authentic you is beautiful and radiant in your raw essence, a spark of the divine. Step out and shine. What needs to be stabilized in your physical reality in order for you to feel nurtured and cared for by others and Source? Today we have the opportunity to cast away the darkness of the past and start again afresh. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. What will you birth and create? Divine blessings for the discovery of total nurturance in the womb of our mother dragon. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger. Kin 41, Red Lunar Dragon. The mantra, the code of today is, I polarize in order to nurture stabilizing being. I seal the input of birth with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of space. And as we navigate through this realm in our spacesuits, our sacred avatar, moving through time and space, activating our full creative potential, let us go within and accept whatever we are feeling and experiencing, and then activate our pure intent for what it is that we would like to see manifest on New Earth, the infinite abundance, the total health, healing, wellness, and wholeness of all sentient beings of pure consciousness. As we are all in this together, no matter what happens in the future, know this as a fact, that love always wins and only fear dies. This is a true mirror of our infinite potential, because love is eternal, peace is eternal, and joy is eternal. Fear, worry, conflict, all negative emotions are temporary. They're part of the simulation, part of the experiment, of the experience of separation, duality, polarity. Anything we call negative or false is part of the simulation and is only temporary. It is not real. Only love is real, and that which is real is eternal. Aho. Let us know in the comments below, beloved beings of light, what you are experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below the video and the little bell next to subscribe. And then the link in the description below is a link to the transcription of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone before we get into the story of how the East met the West and the power of the Andes Mountains. A couple last things. I'd like to thank everyone that has joined us on our mission for the Healing Retreat Center in Ecuador. If you'd like to assist us in raising funds, we are using a couple methods. One is a CBD business. You can join our team at cbdpeaceoil.com. If you're on our team, connect with us on Facebook at CBD Team Ecuador. This is one way we are raising funds to procure land and build a healing retreat center and sustainable community in South America, in the foothills of the sacred Andes Mountains, in the root chakra, in beloved Ecuador. Also, if you'd like to support us, we have a Patreon page where I'm doing trainings. I'm doing a weekly training. I'm doing my best to do at least one a week, maybe more if time provides, of different meditative arts, spiritual practices. I just finished uploading a Qigong training today, so if you're on Patreon, take a look at that. And if you'd like to join us there, you can go to patreon.com/primedisclosure. Thank you everyone that has joined us so far there. And I look forward to providing lots of training, meditations, healing arts, many practices. We do many things on there. So we're just getting started. We have a lot to come. Now we'll get into one perspective on how the East meets the West. Now this is a very complex and complicated story. I'm going to simplify it due to time constraints. This is something I could spend many hours on, but I'm going to simplify, and you can do more research on these things. But these are some things that have been transmitted to me, mind to mind, orally through the ancient traditions of Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, some of the Sifus, senseis, the Zen masters, Taoist masters that I've trained with over the years, over 30 years. Some of them came from the East. Some of them were born in the West and trained with Eastern masters. But together is the culmination of my life's work, which I'll be putting out on my Patreon page and different trainings. So part of the story of this great shift of the merging of two worlds, the rising sun of the East and the setting sun of the West. When the West dropped the atomic bombs in Japan at the end of World War II, there was a massive shift that happened. This affected all timelines, affected this planet, not just because of the power of these things, but because of the innocence. Also, the suffering of all the wars through the world wars and many other wars, the war in Vietnam, the civil wars, the revolutionary wars, that it created a shift in consciousness. And the Eastern masters knew that out of this great suffering of the West, with these Western cultures and all the trauma, that there was going to be a great flowering. Because in this great suffering, they knew that it brought the collective closer to Source, closer to God, to Buddha mind, and the time was right. So after the traumas of what India went through, China, Japan, all these Eastern cultures, through the rising of Mao Zedong, through the healing with Gandhi's work, and the dropping of these bombs, the Kundalini that had rose through the earth, through the sacred Himalayan mountains, after World War II shifted from the east of Himalayan to South America in the Andes Mountains. And this has been recognized by many shamans, masters, teachers around the world. Drumvel Melchizedek has spoken of this. We know that many teachers, spiritual leaders from around the world, including the Dalai Lama, whom I met in 1991 in Findlay, Ohio, has made pilgrimages there to feel this energy, to honor Pachamama, to honor this great awakening, this great shift, the flowering of human consciousness, this ascension, whatever name you want to give this great shift that we're going through. So the masters came to the West to teach their lineages, to pass on the teachings, to pass on their lineage, which are some of the teachers like Sensei Ogoi that I trained with, Edo Roshi, Zen Master Edo Roshi, Kongo Roshi, and Daido Roshi. Also through Sifu Max, Qingfeng Gao Shi, who was born in the West, in Michigan, but has been recognized as Tulku, Tulku, meaning reincarnated bodhisattva, just like the Dalai Lama. And he is a Taoist master, a shaman of the Blue Wolf clan of Mongolia, a Wudang master, a Maoshan master, and he started his own lineage, which I teach, called Kunlun, Kunlun. In the East, they name many of their sacred arts after the mountains. So part of this merging of the East and the West, millions of people in the West, from including Europe, UK, Canada, North and South America, that have been initiated into these lineages like myself, in the Zenshin Sangha, the Kunlun, the Wudang, that this is part of the collective awakening as these energies since the 1940s have been coming in with these cosmic waves and the merging of the East and the West mindset. Very different things, but together create a beautiful symphony, a beautiful work of art. And this is also many of the prophecies being fulfilled through all the ancient traditions, Buddhist, Taoist, Hindu, the Mayan, the Christian, the Essenes, Nostradamus, all these things coming to fruition. Also, before I forget, the 12th, the Earth is supposed to be moving through a debris field of meteors or asteroids, so eyes to the skies. Let us know if you witness any of these phenomenon that are coming in. So with these Eastern philosophies, understanding the dragon lineages of the rising sun, of the guides, of the teachers, of the way showers, this is healing many, many generations, hundreds of generations of trauma and suffering that has been caused by the splitting of consciousness, by the false programming, by the separation programming. So through understanding, knowledge, wisdom, we could bridge all worlds and realize through all these great teachings that all these ancient spiritual traditions were talking about the same thing, of our oneness with Source Creator. Does not matter what name you call it. Christos, consciousness, God, Buddha, the Tao, Allah, all fingers pointing to the same moon, to the same awakening, realizing your true nature, which is the unborn mind of Buddha. And this is why we express great gratitude, much appreciation for our ancestors, and through the rainbow nations of earth, of all sacred traditions. We show our thanks and gratitude to our teachers, our guides, our elders, and all beings who dedicate their lives for this great transformation, transmutation, and awakening. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Garaksha Babaji Yog. Namo Amida Butsu. Om Mani Padme Hum. Aho, aho, aho. I love you all. Namaste.